Coming up this week, envy. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Sunday Spoilers. We have a chance today to prepare ourselves for worship. We know how important worship is. It's a chance for us to encounter God. It's a chance for us to give time to God. So the more prepared we are going into that time, the more able we are to be able to receive those gifts from God, to receive that energy from God. Remember, this week on the 18th, we are combining worship between both First and Trinity United Methodist Churches. We're going to be having a combined worship at 10 a.m. at Trinity. So remember that the times are different for both. It's 10 a.m. at Trinity. And we're going to have a meal afterwards together, and we're going to have a town hall following that just to talk about, it's called Simplified Accountable Structure. It's a way to kind of organize our leadership and a way for us to be able to be efficient in ministry together and how we find ways to carry out the work that God has given to us. So just want to make sure everyone remembers that we're at 10 o'clock at Trinity this week to be able to worship together. We're continuing our series on the Book of Joy, where we're looking at the great joy that God brings into our lives and how important that is for us. And we're kind of beginning this series looking at the things that can prohibit our experiences of joy, to even become an obstacle to joy. We've looked at fear and anger. We've looked at illness and sadness. We've looked at all kinds of things that kind of take us away from that. We're moving in this week to this idea of envy or jealousy. We know that there's a lot of things in this world that we want to have. There's a lot of things that we see from marketing campaigns and we see other people with things and we think, man, I really want to have that. And that can lead us to a place where we feel like we don't have enough. We see it in someone else. We see that this thing that they have, and we think that our life would be so much better if we have that thing, and we become envious of them because they have it and we don't. And that can shift our understanding of things. That can shift our perceptions of things, and that can even affect how we see other people. There's a text in James that teaches us a little bit about envy and what envy can do, and that's going to be our text for this week. So let me share that with you here today. It's James 3, verses 13 through 18. Who is wise and understanding among you? Let them show it by their good life, by deeds done in the humility that comes from wisdom. But if you harbor bitter envy and selfish ambition in your hearts, do not boast about it or deny the truth. Such wisdom does not come down from heaven, but is earthly, unspiritual, demonic. For where you have envy and selfish ambition, there you find disorder and every evil practice. But the wisdom that comes from heaven is first of all pure, then peace-loving, considerate, submissive, full of mercy and good fruit, impartial and sincere. Peacemakers who sow in peace reap a harvest of righteousness. So easy for us to be focused on us. So easy for us to be focused on what we have, what we don't have. Envy is something that separates us from other people. Envy is something that tears at our hearts, that tears at our souls, that even rips us apart from relationships that we have. And this text even says that envy is demonic. That's a pretty harsh word. It's a pretty tough word to hear about something like this feeling that we have for people. And I think one of the things that God does for us is He helps us to see things from a different perspective. So Sunday we're going to be taking a deeper look into envy, how envy affects us, and maybe a way to push through this idea of envy and how we can find a way to understand how good things are, how God is good to us each and every day. Look forward to sharing that with you this Sunday. See you then. Take care, everyone.